This is episode 1 of Marketing Chat, where I talk about my journey building out this funnel for my business. And the business is a community about intuition development. So niche, maybe. To me, it's one of the most interesting things in the world. But maybe there's a disconnect between your average Joe and this, and definitely between your average Joe and giving out and reaching into your wallet and exchanging goods for these services, exchanging money for these kind of services, this kind of information. So there is an overall feeling of being lost. And the goal right now, they say there's the learning phase and the earning phase, right? The goal right now, even though I'm eager to get to the earning phase, the goal right now is really the learning phase. Learning just learning more about marketing. It's very multifaceted, and the dots are not really connected for me necessarily. There's all sorts of dots to connect, and I know they're connected in the minds of master marketers, but they're not. I'm just slowly starting to connect these things. It really does feel slow. This is different than the kind of work I'm used to, which is more you do something and then you get a result, and you do something, it's done, and there's a result. Here it's a lot of experimentation, a lot of ideas, but completely do not know if experimentation will come to anything. And you're paying to experiment often. This in this context, I'm running paid ads. Yeah, so I'm running paid ads, and so that takes time. I mean, that takes money. I did have an organic funnel, but it's harder to experiment so quickly with that. With the paid ads, you spend $5-10 a day, and you could get out to thousands of people, thousands of impressions, and that's not really the case for organic, as far as I could tell. I mean, I made a video the other day, which is viral by my standards. It got like 1.3 thousand views. And yeah, that was good, and I got a few signups, but I can't really put out the same kind of messaging. I mean, my channel has a certain kind of demographic, certain I kind of go all in with the channel, right? In the sense that this is the cutting edge of where I am intellectually, spiritually, etc. And it's not really for everybody. But when I'm running a paid ad, I could run to a cold audience to see how they respond. So that's where I am now. I struggled a lot with positioning. I still struggle. I'm going to continue to struggle. But basically, okay, so I'm taking a deep dive into Russell Brunson's work, right? And when he talks about a niche, he says there's only three kinds of, generally, three niches. One is health, other is wealth, the other is relationships. And it has to fit into, your product has to fit into one of these. But then there are sub niches, like, for example, in my niche, intuition development. And this took me a while to understand because intuition is about everything, right? It's about everything. It's about spirituality, so-called spirituality. It's about nature of reality. It's about curiosity. That was a huge driver for me. It's about improving one's life as well. It's about having insight into one's own life. Where does that fit in? It's about everything. But I kind of find out, explore how it fits in. So health, mental health, stop overthinking. So what he recommends is 2 down from the main broad niche to find the blue ocean. That's the red ocean, you find the blue ocean. So health, mental health, smaller. Health is a red ocean, mental health is a somewhat less red ocean, and stop overthinking is a bluer ocean. But this whole thing of intuition development, it's like there are so many different angles to explore. Another one is wealth. There's wealth, sub niche, decision making, sub niche, intuitive decision making, something like that, right? As an aside, maybe some good messaging would be you are your own best business coach. That's something to explore. Anyway, back to where I was. So I had a hard time. First, do I just focus on one niche and try to make that work, or do I try do I try a bunch of them? But the aha moment this morning, I guess it's pretty obvious, is I can test all of these through paid ads. And I use the one sentence ad technique, so it's very easy to create new ads. And these ads tend to be pretty effective as far as I could tell. And just test all of them. $20 a day, 10 angles. I mean, $20 a day, 5 of one angle, 5 of another. These are all $1 ads. People might take issue with that, but it seems to work in the sense of just getting a sense of what the market might be interested in, where there might be market. So I think that's the way forward, just to test all these different niches and see where there might be the most demand. And of course, I mean, it's not that easy because then I have to redo the entire sales page. The sales page I have up now is overthinking for overthinkers, intuition development for overthinkers. I can't say that's where my heart is, and neither is entrepreneurship. I mean, I'm a little bit more interested in that, entrepreneurship, like you are your best business coach, for example, that kind of messaging. But I put it up as a place to start. But really, ultimately, intuition development is about everything, literally everything. It's about the nature of reality itself. And I don't know how compelling that message would be, or how scalable that message would be. That might be very niche, though that might not even be true. That's possible as well. I don't know. But I'm gonna make a guess that that's not scalable, that it's not the easiest path to getting cash flow and making a livable wage, a good wage, good cash flow.